Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and today's reading is going to be answering the question, how does your person feel about you? The blunt truth. Okay, so what we do in this reading is we get some insight into how your person of interest is currently feeling about you. And the reason that I label it as being blunt is because my goal and intention with these readings is to really give you all the honest truth of whatever it is that I'm seeing with the energy. And that can be really positive, happy things, or it can be sometimes, harder things that maybe you don't really necessarily want to hear. So I always say as a disclaimer with this reading that if you feel sensitive about your person at all, or, if you're not really open to receiving potentially, not the best news, definitely make sure that you don't watch the video, because I'm going to give it to you guys as honestly as I see it, whether it's positive, great news, or something just neutral, or maybe not the happiest message, okay? Additionally, keep in mind, guys, that this reading is general, so not every message within the reading may resonate with you and your situation. So just keep in mind, if something's feeling confusing, if it really doesn't feel like it's fitting your situation, just release it and let it go and don't take it to heart. It's probably a message meant for someone else. And, there are a lot of people that watch readings like these, so there's a lot of different energies that I'm picking up on. So just use your intuition, what's meant for you, and release what isn't. If you did want to book a personal reading with me, all of the details on how you can do that will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate look into your own personal situation. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into our pile selection, or deck selection rather. So we're working with 3 groups today. For pile 1, we are working with this little selenite heart, and this is called the Mahogany Tarot. For pile number 2, we are working with the Tarot Nefertari and this blue lapis crystal. And for pile number 3, we are working with the Witchcraft and Wizardry Tarot and this rhodochrosite heart. So I want you guys to think about your person. Take a deep breath. Think about how they feel about you, the honest truth. And go ahead and select the deck or the crystal you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box where you'll locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey, pile number 1, if you guys picked out the Mahogany Tarot with this little satin spar selenite heart, this will be your love reading. So we're going to be looking to see how your person is currently feeling about you. Obviously the blunt version of this reading, as always. So let's go ahead and get started by channeling your person's current energy as it pertains to your connection. And then we'll move into the tarot. So for pile 1, what is their person's current position as it pertains to this connection? What's their current position? So we have balancing the scales. Oh, we have a few falling out. We have guide and we have devotion. We also have the energy of fear here at the bottom of the deck. So that's kind of interesting. I'll be curious to know if that pops out somewhere here. But how do they feel? Where do they stand? There could be something legal that this person is dealing with that balancing of scales coming up here. But I'm very interested in this, kind of synchronicity here of the candles in both of these cards. I feel like this person is maybe in a position where they are looking to illuminate something. Their current position is the guide and devotion with balancing the scales, right? So when I think of balancing the scales, I think of somebody who's trying to do the right thing. I think of the Justice card in the tarot. So someone that's making a judgment call of kind of like the bigger picture of what's happening in your situation, the bigger picture of your life, their life, this situation in general, and making a judgment call that feels balanced and neutral. It feels like the right thing to do. And sometimes doing the right quote unquote thing is not always the thing that brings us the most personal fulfillment, right? So there's this neutrality here. And I think that whatever decision this person has made, they are wanting you to sort of see this choice as the guide, quote unquote. Like the decision they've made, the action that they've taken is providing the illumination that you need, okay? So I would be thinking about what this person's actions have been, because I think that's going to help to illuminate where they stand for you guys. I do feel like this person is devoted to you. Like there's something with this candle synchronicity that's really interesting to me, and I can't quite pinpoint what it is, but this is giving me the energy of somebody who's sort of holding a candle for you. Like they're trying to show you their devotion. They're trying to show you their light. They're trying to honor you in some way. And so I feel like for you guys, if you've been in a situation here where like this person has taken action that you don't agree with, or that's not bringing you the happiness that you want out of the situation, I think from their perspective, they feel as though they've done the right thing here, that what they're doing is actually honoring you. So this is interesting. Let's continue. So we're working with the Mahogany Tarot for pile 1. Let's get these cards shuffled really well. So how does pile 1's person currently feel about them? Let's just see what kind of insight we can take from this. How does pile 1's person currently feel about them? How do they feel? We have a 5 of Swords in reverse. We have a Strength card in reverse. We have a 4 of Cups reverse with a Queen of Cups reverse coming out together. Clarifying the energy of this 5 of Swords reverse. How do they feel? 7 of Wands reversed. Clarifying the energy of the Strength card. 9 of Wands. And clarifying this 4 of Cups reversed with the Queen of Cups. Page of Pentacles. We have the Moon here at the bottom. Ooh, okay. Very interesting, guys. Okay, now I kind of understand why these candles are coming up here and this guidance energy is coming up, this guide energy. So when I'm looking at this Moon card, what I'm getting is that underneath it all, your person is a little bit unsure about like what direction this situation may go in. I definitely feel like their energy is very guarded and defensive and mistrustful of this situation. There's a lot of Wands and there's a lot of Cups here. There are a lot of Cups here, excuse me. Pisces energy. We have Leo energy. But your person is definitely showing some signs of like letting down their defenses a bit with the situation. And this could be where this balance energy is coming in. I'm wondering if your person knows and recognizes that conflict or lack of vulnerability in this connection has been what's been kind of keeping things out of balance between the both of you. With the 5 of Swords reverse, with the 7 of Wands reverse, this is showing me that your person is really wanting to walk away from negative energy, walk away from conflict. Whatever has been going on in your situation with them has been like a losing battle. And that's kind of interesting with like this Justice energy being next to it. It's like maybe this person is trying to take the high ground here and just move away from any sort of conflict with you. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, this is telling me that this person has like almost like folded in a sense, like they've conceded the point. Like they're very guarded but very weak at the same time is what I'm feeling. And the path forward feels unclear. So for some of you guys, I think that this person's, I do stand by what I said at the beginning, that their actions should be your guide in terms of where they stand. But I also think for some of you out there, because we have this moon card at the bottom of the deck, this person does not really know how they truly feel about the situation and where they want it to go. This feels like unfamiliar territory for them that they've never been in before with someone. And they might be looking for you to provide the light to them, to help them understand like where things should be going. I see here with the Strength card with the Nine of Wands that this person is very like in a weakened state with regard to this connection. Like they feel like they can't really win, or it's like this energy of feeling exasperated, right? Maybe this person has a temper, or maybe they're feeling like you have a temper for some of you guys. And it's causing whatever blows this has come to, or whatever like confrontations you may have had with this person, or just interactions. Maybe it hasn't even been confrontational, but whatever interactions you guys have been having with this person has left them feeling a bit depleted, and it's left them feeling mistrustful of the situation. They're very guarded here. Okay, they're very guarded. And this person with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Cups reversed, I think is quite emotionally out of whack. Okay. They still have a lot of healing to do around their heart space and opening up at the heart. I am seeing quite a lack of ability to be vulnerable here as well with this Five of Swords in reverse. For some of you guys, it may not even be that you've been fighting with this person, even though I'm seeing a lot of this confrontational energy here in the past. It may not be, though, that you've been fighting. It could just be that there's been a lack of just keeping it real with each other in terms of honest, vulnerable communication. There's a lot of defenses that have been up, guards that have been up. But it's coming from this person being a bit shut down at their heart space, and with the Queen of Cups reverse being a bit emotionally out of sorts here. Okay. Now, for some of you all, I do feel like this person, like some of these cards, I feel is this person's feelings about you in terms of how they perceive you. Okay. I do feel for some of you guys out there that your person is intimidated by you with the Strength reverse. They see you as maybe being a bit out of control with your anger. This is for some of you, not everybody. For others of you, and it could be also combined with this Queen of Cups reverse of maybe seeing, like there's an energy with the Queen of Cups reverse of somebody here playing victim, or somebody here just being very emotionally out of whack or out of control of their emotions here. And that makes a lot of sense with this Piscean moon energy here of like not understanding what you're feeling and why. So the path forward is unknown to them. They are, I think, with the Page of Pentacles trying to understand it. I think that there is a curiosity here to try to understand what's going on and ground themselves here. But overall, I feel like this person is quite guarded, and I think that part of this balancing of the scales is about them sort of walking away from unnecessary conflict, or just conflict in general. Maybe it is necessary. I don't know. So I want to look to see how they're perceiving the status of your connection, and then we're going to look to see how they actually perceive you before we get into the message cards. So how is Pile 1's person perceiving the status of this connection at this time? We have entertainment. This one likes dessert for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, let's continue. How do they perceive the status of this connection? It's almost like, are these like fighting and bickering energy? Like, is that like fun for them? I don't know. We have taken, wanting to make things official. Okay. We also have walking away. You know what you want, you won't get it here. We also have the energy of off limits already involved. So the other energy here, you guys, is like this could be somebody, for some of you guys, who's already Taken. Like they're already in a commitment with someone else, which again would make sense with the balancing of the scales. Justice can talk about like legal contracts or marriages, right? Commitments, things that we're signing off on. So this person, I feel for a lot of you guys, is already married or already in a committed relationship with someone else. They're taken. They're off limits technically. And I feel like they see this relationship as entertainment for them. Like it's a distraction from the drama of their life. But I think that they've realized here that they're not really going to get that entertainment from you because there's been too much conflict or friction or lack of balance in this situation, lack of alignment here. So let's continue. I want to see how they actually are perceiving you with these little pinup cards here. So how does pile one's person perceive my pile one viewers? We have light, free spirit. Like you can't be tied down, kind of. We also have distracted, other pursuits. Growing, steady progress. Interesting. I feel like this person, maybe you guys are the ones that are taken. Somebody here's taken. I don't know if it's you or them. But somebody here is taken, and there's an energy of someone here wanting something more and not getting it, you know, feeling like unclear. And I'm getting so many mixed messages for pile one, so I'm sorry, you guys, that this feels like all over the place. But the way they perceive you is really interesting because pulling these cards is making me feel like you guys might be the ones that are spoken for already. And perhaps your person is perceiving you as being this energy toward them, like they want to make things official, but they're not maybe getting the quick progress that they're wanting out of the situation here. Maybe they feel like you're the one treating them as just like fun entertainment energy, you know? This is interesting. You guys could be mirroring a lot of this as well. That could be why it feels so muddled. This could be mirrored energy, which would make a lot of sense with this Five of Swords reverse, because this energy of not being vulnerable, you know, it causes so much of this confusion when people just can't clearly articulate their deepest desires and needs and wants, right? But they see you as distracted. They see you as focused on other things. They see you as being a free spirit, somebody that can't really be tied down. Although there is, you know, it's interesting. There is sort of this energy of like, okay, we're making some progress with pile one. Very slow progress, though, with the Page of Pentacles. So let's take a look and see what they want to say to you from the message cards, and then we'll close it out with some advice. This is very curious energy, pile one. All right, so what does pile one's person want to say to them from the hidden truth? I hide my feelings. Well, yeah, we can totally see that. Pile one's person. What else? We don't share the same values. Yeah. There's a lack of alignment here that this person is clearly picking up on, that like the two of you guys don't want the same things out of this connection. Because somebody here, you or them, wants a commitment and somebody else is already involved or not wanting a commitment. I have trouble with intimacy. Yeah. Like I was saying with that Four of Cups reverse and the Queen of Cups reverse and the Five of Swords, like I think that this person is really like challenged when it comes to vulnerability and getting emotionally intimate with people. I think it brings up a lot of fear for them with the moon energy being here. We also have, will you ever make things right? So this person could be waiting for you guys to come forward and be the one to like share your devotion and, like I was saying at the beginning, illuminate for them why something went the way that it went. So we're going to close this out with some advice for you, pile one. Let's just see what you may want to consider or keep in mind as you are navigating forward with this situation. Rejection. Build your confidence by dating a lot and find out what people like about you. Okay. What else? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Struggling, you guys. Seeking perfection. Everyone has flaws. Choose only 5 must-haves and deal breakers that matter. So maybe being a little bit less picky for some of you guys. I know that that probably is annoying to hear that because I get annoyed when people tell me that too. But I think it is really good advice to kind of reflect on what's really important, right? Like if you have a very specific list of a million things, that's going to be really hard for any one person to fulfill all those things. So I think this is good guidance to reflect on around like, what are the flaws that are absolute deal breakers for me? My top 5, okay? And then my top 5 must-haves, right? And then if somebody doesn't align with those things, then we know that it's not the right fit. But I definitely think with that rejection energy, there's a need to get back out there and start dating. Because something about this person is making you feel rejected here. We also have unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. So this group needs to get out of their comfort zone a little bit. And maybe this person is a comfort zone for you. And it's telling me here that if you guys were to go out and start dating again, you would meet somebody new. Okay, we also have being guarded. You are lonely because you are so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. And you guys both are mirroring that energy. They have the 9 of Wands. You have this being guarded coming up as your advice. So I think that's one of the major reasons why this connection is kind of stalled right now, because neither one of you is doing a good job of being vulnerable and, letting down your guard enough to let somebody in. So really very interesting reading as always, pile 1. Comment below. Let me know how you feel this resonates and what's been going on between you and this person. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 2. If you guys picked the Tarot Nefertari and this really beautiful lapis lazuli heart, this is going to be your love reading. So we're looking into your person and their current feelings for you. So we are going to start with where they stand. So let's see for pile 2. Where does our person stand energetically as it pertains to this connection? Where do they stand? We have reinvention. We have divine feminine with patience here at the bottom. So this person is definitely not in a rush right now. That's further being confirmed with the divine feminine with reinvention. So where do they stand? This person is in a place right now where they are changing something about themselves. They're reinventing themselves. It could be professional in nature. Whenever I see this card, I think of professional reinvention because it's like a business suit sort of vibe. And with divine feminine coming up here, this is the energy of leaning back and just being, just receiving. And because we have patience here at the bottom of the deck, this is making me feel like your person is taking a very reserved, kind of laid back approach to this in terms of the action that they want to take. Now, for some of you, I think there could be a scenario out here where this person is in this divine feminine energy because they may want to reinvent something about your connection, and it's requiring creation of some sort. But ultimately, that divine feminine energy is not one of action. It's one of receiving and creation, nurturing. So let's see. Let's see how they feel for pile 2. How does pile 2's person feel about them? have Justice. How do they feel about pile 2? 9 of Swords in reverse. The other thing I'm getting for pile 2, don't get mad at me, but sometimes this happens in these readings. This is the Queen of Wands reverse. Sometimes we come into these readings wanting to know how our person feels about us, and what we end up getting is a message about ourselves. Okay, so for some of you, I kind of feel like this reading is taking that direction where we're actually tapping into your energy. And when that happens, it's because Spirit wants you to pay attention to your energy within the situation and take it off of the person for some reason. Okay, let's clarify this Justice card. Okay, that's way too many. I need one card. Clarifying the Justice card. We have the Hanged Man. Clarifying the 9 of Swords in reverse. We have the Lovers in reverse. And clarifying the Queen of Wands in reverse, we have the 8 of Wands with the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So how do they feel, you guys? Well, I definitely am continuing to kind of see this energy of leaning back when it comes to this situation, okay? The 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is about sort of juggling or weighing options here. This person is balancing a lot in their life, and the 2 of Pentacles is telling me that they're having a challenge in figuring out how they're going to make space for you with everything else that they have going on. Remember, this person is reinventing something about their lives right now, and they're taking this energy of patience underneath it all because they're not quite ready. Something feels like it's not quite ready for them. So with the Justice card and the Hanged Man, what I'm feeling is that your person has maybe made a decision based off of logic and facts about this connection right now. And the decision that they have made is that it's better to put it on pause at this time. I think this person has seen something about your relationship from a new and different perspective. Maybe you guys have been put on pause with this person for a while. This could be a situation where you guys have been in no contact for a little while for some of you guys, but there's stalled energy here with the Hanged Man because this person has come to some realization about your connection. They're seeing things from a new and different light, and they seem to be coming to the conclusion here that this connection is no longer worth worrying over with the 9 of Swords in reverse. There's something that they need to release and let go of, or that they have sort of begun the process of releasing and letting go of with regard to any guilt they feel about this connection, with regard to any bad feelings they've had about it, anxieties, overthinking things. I think that they're moving away from this, and it almost feels like you guys have broken up with them or something. Like there's a breakup here with the Lovers card reversed. And maybe this person felt a lot of guilt about it, or they were kind of stressing over it when it first happened, really anxious and preoccupied over it. And I feel like right now your person is in a place of acceptance. You know, like they're in a place of acceptance of what is with this situation. You know, the Lovers reverse is telling me that they feel that this connection is not aligned right now, that you guys are not on the same page with what it is that you want. There was a choice that had to be made here because of this. And I'm drawn to how the Divine Feminine is sort of like walking toward the sunlight here. You know, like it's giving an energy of a person who's decided to go on a new path. And this new path has to do with reinventing themselves. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the 8 of Wands reverse. Both of these are telling me that this person is sort of no longer passionate about this connection. They're not passionate about it anymore. They're wanting to very much slow down the pace of things, okay? There's a loss of vitality and excitement about this situation, and there's definitely a lack of leadership in this situation from their perspective too. So let's continue on. I want to see how they perceive the status of your relationship with them at this time. And as I'm shuffling the deck, this single card is showing itself to me. It'll be interesting to see if it comes back out. How do they perceive the status of this connection for pile 2? We have friends. I feel comfortable with you. I would never jeopardize this friendship. So they still feel like you are a friend. I see you as a friend, at least. What else for pile 2? Missing you. Okay, there's still some nostalgia there. What else for pile 2? Cutthroat. It is what it is. It's not what it's not. Yeah, there's that logical energy coming through of just like being very matter of fact about things, you know. We also have sexual connection. I want to get you out of those clothes. So this could have been a connection that was more kind of based in chemistry or that physical attraction, which it seems like that physical attraction has quite fizzled between the both of you. And that sometimes happens, you guys, like with, especially when you have a lot of wands cards for someone. In my experience, too much of that is actually really fun at the beginning, but it fizzles out. As soon as you connect with them, it fizzles out really fast. It's not sustainable energy. So they are missing you. They do feel like you are a friend to them. And maybe this is the conclusion that they've come to with the Hanged Man, that maybe you guys are just better off in more of a platonic situation of just being friends, because there was a lack of alignment here around what you guys both wanted out of the situation. But they do miss you. They do miss you. So let's see how they perceive you. How does pile 2's person perceive my pile 2 viewers? We're using this little pinup deck. Progressing. How does pile 2's person perceive them? Teasing. Fast moving. Interesting. Look at this. We also have irresistible, intense attraction. So that definitely makes sense. It seems like underneath this, the undertone of this connection is very physical in nature. It's very much focused on the chemistry between the both of you. This person perceives you as like someone that they moved really fast with. And like I was saying, you guys, I just feel like this connection probably started off really fast and then fizzled out really fast, because that energy of chemistry and that whirlwind romance is just like not always sustainable energy to maintain, you know? They definitely see you as being flirtatious. I think that they do perceive you as wanting it to go faster than they would like to go, right? Because they're over here in this patient, divine feminine energy of just leaning back. But they see you as making progress in your life. And I wouldn't necessarily say that they're feeling like a lot of progress in this connection, but I think that they feel that you are somebody who's progressing in your life just in general outside of this situation. I'm also hearing playing games for some of you. This bowling ball energy. You guys might be like very flirtatious with this person. Like maybe you are friends with them, but they feel like you send kind of subliminal messages through your body language too. I'm getting that for some of you guys, especially like your booty, like the way that this person is bent over. So let's see. What do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say to you, pile 2? I feel so happy with you. Okay. There's joy between the both of you. You know, this doesn't feel all bad, you guys. Your intellect arouses me. So there's a little bit more substance there. You know, it's not just about physical stuff for them. I'm recovering. So they're healing. There's something going on with this person where they're feeling like they have to revamp themselves here, you guys. And this is, I think, one of the biggest reasons why they're wanting to take things slow, because they're just wanting to take a more cautious approach to things with you. So let's see, pile 2. I want to close it out with some words of advice for you. Let's just kind of see what Spirit is saying you may want to keep in mind as it pertains to the situation. So what does pile 2 need to keep in mind as it pertains to the situation with their person. We have 2 attached. Give your partner some breathing room. Being too needy drives them away. Yeah, that's kind of like the biggest misalignment that I'm feeling here, you guys. Like, because I do feel like this person sees value in you. They feel happy with you. They like conversations that you guys have. But what I'm feeling is that they're seeing you as wanting to move really fast, and they're not ready to move as fast. So this could be something to reflect on here around, like, you know, do you ever feel like that's causing friction between you guys, you know? This also, regardless of how they perceive you as moving too fast, this card just talks about the need to set really good boundaries in your relationship and make sure that you have your own things that you like to do outside of the connection, so that you're not putting all of that pressure onto your partner to be your source of entertainment or your source of happiness and joy, and you have nothing else going on in your life, because this person is reinventing themselves in some way. They seem to have other interests outside of just the connection with you. And so I think that with this message coming up, that could be really beneficial for you guys to kind of think about too, is like, what are the things that I love to do, that I'm passionate about, that I can channel this passionate energy into without putting so much pressure on the connection to do that for me. We also have fear, loneliness. You stay in bad relationships because you're lonely. Be okay being with yourself. Okay. So maybe some of you guys out there latched onto this person because you wanted connection, you know? That's why it moved fast. We also have staying stuck. You keep repeating old patterns. It's time to try something new. Yeah. We also have sex only. Either you or your partners only want sex, except that it's okay to reach for more. So yeah, what I'm feeling in the advice portion for you guys is that this, you know, it seems like this connection was highly physical in the beginning. And I don't think that your person has bad intentions for you, but I think that they would like to take things much slower than you would like to take them. And there's a lot of message here around you guys needing to like break out of old cycles and sort of release the attachment to this one person or any one person. I think some of my pile 2 viewers may need to reflect on their own emotional well-being just as an individual, right? Do you feel completely fulfilled just being alone and being by yourself? Like, do you have hobbies and interests and friends and family or things that you love to do that fill your cup? And that's really the most empowering place that you can be in when you go into dating, because when you have your own life and you have your own things going on, it's not as like devastating when somebody else that you're dating has those other things going on, right? You never want to be in a situation where you're reliant on somebody else to be your sole source of emotional fulfillment and validation, right? So I think this is something really important for this group to reflect on here, is like, do we fast forward or jump too quickly into relationships or allow ourselves to get wrapped up too quickly in these types of connections because we're just really desperately craving that attachment to someone, that closeness, you know? Totally normal. A lot of people go through this. Yeah, and I think it's a good time to try something new as well. You know, it seems like the spirit is saying that this person is a part of a bigger cycle for you. Whether it's like this person is a repeat person that you guys connect with, or it's just a similar energy, you're being asked to break out of your comfort zone and to try dating a different type of energy, because I think that this type of energy isn't helping you to move out of these patterns. So, very interesting reading for you guys, pile 2. Please comment below. Let me know what's been going on with this person, and let me know how you feel like this message aligns with your situation. I love hearing your stories in the comments, so do let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you guys picked out the Witchcraft and Wizardry Tarot with this pink rhodochrosite heart, this will be your love reading. So we're going to begin by first channeling your person's current position as it pertains to this connection. So for pile 3... where does your person currently stand with this situation with you? Okay, so we've got compromise and we have lessons flying out of the deck. So let's take a look. Where do they stand? This person is in a place where they've learned something from you. They have learned a lesson from this situation. I do feel like this person is asking for compromise. I think that they desire to be on the same page with you or to come to an agreement. So maybe the lesson here has been a lesson of compromise for this person or a lesson of how to align and ask for what you need in a more productive way. The only issue that I sometimes take with compromise is that it sometimes can mean that somebody is kind of having to give something up that they want, okay? And while that's not always a bad thing, I think that sometimes it can cause resentment because somebody's ultimately giving a concession, right? Something that they wanted is not given to them in a relationship. And I don't necessarily see anything super negative yet. We're going to look at the rest of the cards to see what this is about, but I don't know. I just felt like I needed to say that about compromise. I mean, obviously, we're not always going to get everything we want in life, right? But depends, I guess, on what you're compromising on. I guess how you would look at that. So we're going in with the Witchcraft and Wizardry Tarot. So let's see what their feelings are with this situation. How do they feel? Queen of Pentacles. The Hermit in reverse. We have the Strength card. And we have an Eight of Cups coming out together. So we're going to take those. Clarifying this Queen of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Clarifying the Hermit. We have a lot of Virgo energy, Earth energy coming out here. Eight of Pentacles. And clarifying this Strength with the Eight of Cups reversed. Eight of Swords reversed. With the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So how do they feel? Sorry, guys. You know how I get with my cards needing to be lined up correctly. Okay. Lots of pentacles, lots of earth energy coming up for this pile. I'm wondering if with this Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, if this person has been sort of avoiding something for a while with this situation, avoiding confrontation, avoiding talking about something, avoiding responsibilities. Something about avoidance is what I'm getting with that. You guys know the Seven of Swords, you know, it can be kind of a tougher energy because it can be an energy of dishonesty as well. But I'm feeling it's avoidance for some reason because now the energy that's here on the table is more about like responsibility, doing what the right thing is, doing the responsible thing, working on things. So how do they feel about you? I want to look something up really quick with this Queen of Pentacles. Please hold. So what I'm finding in my research, you guys, is that the symbol, the spell being performed on this card is Aguamenti, which is kind of weird for the Queen of Pentacles, right? Because Aguamenti is the spell in Harry Potter that it's for water, right? So that's kind of interesting. I feel like this person does want to work things out with you. With the Hermit in reverse, I'm definitely seeing that if you guys have been in separation, if this person has maybe been like avoiding you or kind of hiding out from this connection, with the Hermit card in reverse, I do feel that they're ready to reconnect. Like this card says, in compromise. They've learned some sort of lesson through stepping away and getting the moment to reflect here. And with the Eight of Pentacles, it feels like this person is ready to work on things again. Like they're ready to work things out. They're ready to pay closer attention to the details of this situation. I feel with the Seven of Pentacles that they do feel as though they've invested a lot in this connection, or they've invested quite a bit of their time, effort, energy with the Queen of Pentacles into this connection, as well as their emotion. I'm wondering if there's something about you, like this person I think does see you as being like wifey material, like hubby material, long-term partnership material. They see you as being reliable, dependable, somebody that's worth investing in for long term. And I feel like there's something about you that does pull at their emotions. Like I'm thinking of like the Queen of Pentacles casting this Aguamenti spell. Like there's something that you provide to them emotionally that they are getting sustenance out of. Or they see you as somebody who can pull at their emotions in some way. Or create emotion for them in some way. It's really interesting. Like I just wouldn't pair that Queen of Pentacles with that spell, but I guess whoever created the deck had a method to that. But I do think that this person is working on their courage as well with regard to communication. The other thing with the Seven of Swords, you guys also had the Page of Swords underneath here. You know, so I think that there might have been some, oh, and look, you guys also have the Knight of Swords underneath there as well. I think there has also been maybe some mistrustful energy between the both of you because of this avoidance. And maybe your person just doesn't do the best job of like communicating their needs. They feel awkward doing it, or they felt just uncomfortable with it. With this Eight of Swords in reverse, with Strength being here, I do feel like your person is trying to get better at being more courageous in communication with you. Instead of avoiding things, they're trying to do a better job of confronting them, expressing them, tackling them head on. Because the Strength card for me is when it's about needing to embody a more courageous energy. It's about mustering up that courage within us to be able to, you know, confront the situation, tackle the situation. I wonder too for you guys if something about your connection has felt very fiery for this person or contentious at times. Because this card also is about like restraint. You see how like in this card Hagrid is having the dragon blow fire onto his beard and he's just like not even reacting. It's like a stoic energy. Excuse me guys, sorry. So your person might also be quite stoic and have like this energy of not really reacting to something in the moment. But I think that might be coming from, I actually think that they're working on self-restraint. I think that they are working on their self-restraint. I think maybe in the past they would get scared or paralyzed whenever like confrontation would happen, or there'd be something that you guys would have to talk about that they didn't want to talk about. But now I think they're working on like not being reactive or not being awkward or not exploding if they had a temper issue in the past. I will say with the Eight of Cups being here in reverse, this goes back to what I was talking about with compromise. I do think that this person feels like they're giving something up right now that they might want, and they're not completely fulfilled with that. You know, like I was saying in the beginning with compromise, it's like, you know, sometimes compromise is necessary, but sometimes it means that you're sacrificing something that you want, okay? But I do feel like this person is of the belief that you're worth it. but they themselves are not really showing as completely fulfilled with the situation. The other thing I have to point out is, well, let me hold off. Let's see. Let's take a look just to kind of see how they're perceiving the status of your connection right now. So how does pile 3's person currently perceive the status of their relationship? We have healing. That makes a lot of sense. I think that they see you as having healing energy as well. With that aguamenti being there, the water with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like they see you as somebody who's quite responsible and really good with like taking care of their day-to-day stuff. Reliable, dependable, but also you have healing energy with that water. How do they see the status? We have boot up. Sex, cuddling, spending nights together. Yeah, so there's that effort being put into things again, you know, with the 8 of Pentacles. We also have my shorty. I'm not yours, you're not mine, but I'll always be around. So they definitely see this as quite like an undefined situation. Oh, yep, we have situationship. This can get confusing. Ask yourself, where's this going and what do you want? So we also have side piece here with fire. Like Hagrid's beard, play with this fire, you'll get burned. But then we have all in and sexual connection. So this definitely seems like an undefined connection here, you guys, where somebody is not really getting everything that they want out of it. They're asking for compromise from you. So my thing is like, if you guys, my viewer, want a commitment from this person, I don't really see them doing that with you. I see them wanting you to compromise to this type of situation with them. All right, let's see how they perceive you. We have coordinated, great match. We have longing, desire from afar. Available, ready to commit. Yeah. And look, nurturing, fulfilling needs with that Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. I will say, you guys, this person, I think, can really tell, or they feel like you're wanting much more from them. They can feel your energy of wanting to be more connected than what you are with this person. They see you as longing for them from afar. Maybe you guys are in a long distance connection. They also see you as being available, like you're putting yourself out there. You're ready for more of a higher level of commitment here. And they do see you as somebody that they could fit really well with. My thing is that they don't necessarily come across as though they're ready for that. They're focused on healing, okay? I think they do want to put the work into something with you, but it's like, I feel it's slow because you guys have all these pentacles. It's like the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. It's slow work, and it's going to be more focused on like starting on this level of things first. So I think if you guys are okay with that, like that's cool. But if you're not, if that's too slow for you, if you've already put in a lot of work with this person and they're just not committing, might not be the best thing for you, you know? So I want to see what this person would like to say to you with the message cards. I can't do this. I saved your texts and messages. I have too much to lose. I can't get enough of you at the bottom. This person is really like addicted to your energy, you guys. I kind of feel like this is the type of person who wants the benefits of connecting with you romantically without having to really like fully reciprocate or put a label on it, though. Because they're saying they can't do this. Even though they see you as someone who's worthy of investing in, they can't do it right now for some reason. So they would like for you to compromise and, I guess, come down to whatever level they're at so that they can continue to engage in your energy on their level. So let's see, pile number 3. We need to get you some guidance and advice. Let's see what you guys need to keep in mind, potentially, as it pertains to this connection. Fear, loneliness. You stay in bad relationships because you are lonely. Be okay with being yourself. Be okay being with yourself, okay? Lone wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Okay. Lots of lone energy here. Everyone leaves. Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. Interesting. Also, this caught my eye. Beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. So there might be a message here for some of you guys about focusing on the wrong things, you know? Focusing on outward appearances versus what's inside. But yeah, I think you guys have some guidance here around commitment, you know, and who you're committing to and why. So there is an energy here of needing to feel more comfortable with being alone. But at the same time, there's like this energy of you being a loner and maybe being afraid to fully let someone in. And so I'm wondering if you guys kind of have this connection with this person from a distance, right? Like it doesn't, maybe for this group, this connection is with somebody who's like long distance where you don't really spend a ton of quality time together and you kind of want more, but you also are afraid of more because you're afraid of getting hurt. It's sort of like an emotionally unavailable sort of situation, if that makes sense. Like it's, maybe this is the type of connection where it's like your way of keeping them at arm's length, not letting them fully in, but then still not being satisfied with that, you know? We also have this message of commitment. Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. So there's definitely something for you guys to, I think, explore around your relationship to commitment and your thoughts about commitment, your fears about commitment. You know, are you subconsciously choosing unavailable partners because you're afraid of being in a commitment? Yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack there. So, pile 3, please comment below. I would love to hear from you how you feel like this scenario is kind of resonating with your situation. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading. I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye.